across the House?
Absolutely.
Tell me something. Are you tempted to join the defectors? Do you fancy a stroll across the House?
Absolutely not. In fact, for me, it would just be a shift over within the opposition benches. I think this actually changes nothing in the parliamentary arithmetic for Brexit, which, as you pointed out, is the main issue that's consuming all energy, time, legislative bandwidth, whatever you call it. So, I mean, those people, there's 11 now, actually, so we can't call them S Club 7 anymore.
Nope.
But they're sort of all anti-Brexit people, as am I, and I would rather do that from within the Labour Party, which has a history, a tradition, a membership, an activist base, and also I stood as a Labour MP, so I think that would be fundamentally dishonest to the electorate to suddenly be changing my spots now.
How did you feel when you heard Luciana Berger's speech, for example, the other day? Were you moved by it? Did you feel proud to be a member of the Labour Party that had subjected her to that level of racist abuse, to the point where she felt that she had to walk away? How did you feel about that?
I actually spoke to her last night. She's a friend of mine, and I'm really, really sad and disappointed to see her go, and the other 8 of them in total. I mean, I just think there's an old Labour leader, Hugh Gateskill, who said in the 50s, when there was entryism, that you fight, and fight again to save the party you love. And people old enough to remember the SDP experiment from 1981 onwards will remember that that helped contribute to 18 years of Tory rule. There was a whole decade, the 80s, which Labour came nowhere near. I mean, of course, Luciana has gone through the most appalling stuff, and that needs to be stamped on, that needs to be dealt. She shouldn't be walking away. And as I understand, I mean, it was embarrassing the whole of last summer to see this anti-Semitism story dominate the headlines. The party was very slow to do anything about it. But
how do you feel comfortable, therefore, remaining in a party that, as you say, was slow? I mean, you said all this stuff. I mean, what this stuff actually is, I don't know why you chose that phrase.
I mean, it's racist.
But I mean, the anti-Semitic attacks to which your colleague, and you say friend, has been subjected came from within the party, from party members. It wasn't just random weird members of the public abusing her. It was party members, wasn't it? So I just wonder how you feel about that.
And I don't want to, one anti-Semite in the Labour Party is too many. And Derek Hatton apparently was trying to join and has been chucked out because they found some unsavoury tweets of him. That's a thing that's developed overnight. I think that social media has coarsened the climate of politics, and I think we're in a period where there's a lot of, I think since the referendum, I think sort of hate speech. I mean, I've been myself on the receiving end of an Islamophobic package that was sent to my office. I think people feel emboldened, and anti-Semitism is the oldest form of racism, thousands of years of persecution. We need to be very hard on that, and apparently the new General Secretary of the Labour Party has instigated a whole unit to deal with these complaints. They published the figures last week, and it was... it was a small percentage that were actually Labour members, 0.1%, but still, anyone is too much, needs to be stamped on.
But why hasn't Jeremy Corbyn stamped on this more effectively? Why, for example, do the Board of Deputies say that when they finally had a meeting with him, he was blasé and almost kind of casual and nonchalant about something that people have been taking incredibly seriously? Why did Daniel Finkelstein on my programme yesterday say he was absolutely aghast to hear that Jeremy Corbyn hasn't been anywhere near Luciana Berger? He hasn't asked to see her, he hasn't sought her out, he hasn't sent her flowers, he hasn't rushed over to say, let me walk in side by side with you, let me support you through this, I'm terribly sorry. Wouldn't you, if somebody, a member of parliament in your party, were being subjected to this kind of tirade, wouldn't you want to go and offer some succour? Wouldn't that be the thing you'd do as party leader?
I mean, look, I can't answer for what happened inside that meeting because I wasn't there. But I do know Luciana has enormous respect on both sides of the House, and she is loved by Labour Party members. As I say, I saw her yesterday, and we discussed this. She's done amazing work on mental health issues as well. So she is a very sad loss to our party, and we need to examine why this happened. I think John McDonnell has been saying that we can't just say, oh, well, 8 people went, we've got 500,000 members. Obviously, we need to look at all these things, including the Europe policy, I think, was also stated. I'm frustrated that that's moving very slowly. On all these things, actually, I'm the same as these MPs, pretty much on all the policy. I'm in complete alignment with them. But just I would rather remain part of a party that I think has been historically the greatest force for social good in this country, the NHS.
Is that because you're cowardly, or is it because you're brave?
Because, as my late colleague and friend Joe Cox said, we have so much more in common than that which divides us. And, you know, I feel like the European argument, with 28 nations, we are so much stronger together than splintering away and doing a group. And given our electoral system, the odds are not good on even those 8 remaining in Parliament again, because we have a first-past-the-post system.
Rupa, thank you very much. Thanks for talking to us this morning. That's Rupa Hook there.